So we're out at the park and we just got finished doing a ton of Pokestops. So we're going to sit down here in the park. I popped a lure so that way my hubby and maybe we can get a few more people to show up. But just so I could record so that way he could have something to do. So let's see, we got a Graveler, a Venonat, some Doduos, and I was trying to find the pincer that I was really close, but he never popped up. So let's do some Pokemon sketch and goes.
So after we got sat down in the grass, I realized that I had forgot my tripod, so I am actually filming this with my cell phone in my hand while trying to play Pokemon Go and trying to sketch at the same time. It was pretty difficult, but you know, you have to work with what you got. So I decided to draw Doduo because that's the Pokemon that I caught right before we sat down. And I actually caught the Pokemon near some trumpet vines, which are really cool orange flowers. And so I thought it would be really cool to kind of do a kind of circle feel to the piece. And just a minute ago, you saw my husband. He was so excited. He was able to grab a Nidoran, and he had been trying to find a Nidoran for a while. So he was so excited that he popped over, and he actually let me see that he caught it, so that way he's not a liar. But I've been having a lot of fun with the Pokemon sketch and goes. It's kind of hard for us to go out and for me to film these and go out and play Pokemon Go. We live in the middle of New Mexico, so it gets up to 107 to 110 during the day, and it's just dry heat. There's very few trees here, and so there's not a whole lot of shade. So you have to be very picky where you go out. So we normally go out in the evening, but that also doesn't give me a whole lot of natural light. So I normally have to cut my Pokemon sketch and goes kind of short and finish them up at home, which I had to do here because I think this was shot close to 8 o'clock at night. And there was a lot of people out at the park, which was awesome, but it started getting dark so fast and I just couldn't get any good footage. So we just packed it up and went home. We would have stayed out a lot later, but the bugs started coming out and the mosquitoes, and we're kind of allergic to them, so we get all puffed up when we get bit by them. But it was really cool. There was a lot of people out. I think there was like 40 people sitting in the middle of this park, which was awesome, and we got to talk to a few of them, and they were all super awesome, all walks of life playing Pokemon, which I think is so cool. I got to see an older guy and his younger son playing it, and the son was having a blast explaining to him all the different Pokemon and their evolutions and how to play, and you could tell that like the dad was really enjoying just spending time with his son. I thought that was so cool that this brings people together, because it's been here for Pokemon's been around for 20 years now. Crazy. And so it's just bringing people together and bringing them outside. Even if they're hooked to their phone, they're still getting outside. So to the painting, I am painting this with a Koi watercolor palette. It's a little travel palette. They're really good for starting out watercoloring, and it makes it to where the case is just, it's so great, and it's so compact, and you get a lot of watercolors for the size, which I think is great. So I highly recommend the Koi watercolor palette, and I'm just doing this on, I think, 4x6 mixed media paper. I've been carrying a sketchbook around, this specific sketchbook, so that way I can do Pokemon sketch and goes whenever I get a chance. So I really enjoyed the paper and the watercolor. I think the colors turned out really great. I really wanted it to draw the Pokemon kind of in my style. The last one that I filmed was Psyduck, and I tried to keep it pretty close to the game slash anime, and it worked, but it just didn't feel like mine. So I really wanted to go from here doing more my style. Here I'm going in with a Pentel Aquash pen, and then using a little bit of water to kind of spread it out to make it more like a watercolor. I didn't really like the fact that the watercolor thing in the watercolor palette, the black wasn't that black. It just kind of was more like a gray. And then I'm also using a Pentel pocket brush pen to go back in and do all of the outlining. So that way it's really dark and you can really see more of the detail. Because I kind of just put just shapes down, especially for the trumpet flowers. I'm trying to get a lot better with watercolor. It's not really my medium, but I really enjoy it because how many colors you can get out of so few palettes of color. And don't forget, you can join in on Pokemon Sketch and Go. I actually met somebody the other day when I was out filming who loves to draw, and she thought it was a great idea. So if you guys want to join in, I upload these up on my Instagram. Use the hashtag Pokemon Sketch and Go. So that way you're not just stuck on your phone the whole time, you're actually out sketching. It's a lot of fun to use the VR ability that the app has to kind of get a quick picture of the Pokemon that you caught in the area that you caught, and then go home and sketch it, or sketch it right there. It's a lot of fun and it's a lot of great practice. So if you guys want to do that, go on ahead. I'd love to see what you guys are doing out there. I hope you liked this painting. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. I put out new videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then I try and sneak in a couple during the week if I can. The video on your left is my first Pokemon Sketch and Go. I was trying to catch a Psyduck, and I didn't quite catch it, but I at least got him on paper. And to your right, there is a sneak peek of what's that Pokemon I'm doing this next time. See if you can guess in the comments down below. I have my social media links down in the description box. Be sure to check them out. We'll see you next time, and happy Pokemon hunting.